Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It's yours truly, Pastor T. But to Pastor Lumoti, and this is Facts Over Feelings. We only bring facts, nothing else. I don't care about your feelings. I usually say, to middle finger to your feelings and all that. If you get it, you get it. If you don't get it, you don't get it. Be ever fair to. And welcome to this other exciting episode, of Facts Over Feelings. And it's been a hectic week. It's been a hectic time. So there are a couple of things that have been happening throughout the week, throughout the past 2 weeks, So I thought, as Pastor T on Facts Over Feelings, let me just have my say also, and bring forth what I think and what I see happening, And today I'm not alone, but I've got my crew behind me. Guys, I hope you're well and you're ready for this one because I'm on, Buffett. I'm on. Are you guys ready for today's topic and what we're going to react on? I hope you guys are ready because a lot of shebang is going out. It's going on out here. A lot of shenanigans are happening out here. And it's all cool, guys. I'm here so that I can bring all these things to you. Yeah. And, okay, what I'm going to talk about, guys, I wanted to actually talk about our duty as both men and women before we get anywhere. We all have duties, guys, as men and women. We all have responsibilities, especially when it comes to marriages. Once you're married as a woman, you need to know your duties. As a man, you need to know your duties. And as a man, it doesn't matter if you're tired, you're not feeling well, whatever happens, you understand that I need to wake up and provide for my family. You might not be feeling well, but you know very well that I need to make sure that I protect my wife, my kids, and everybody. You need to make sure there's provision for them, So I'm coming back and I'm saying, can we also talk about duties for our fellow sisters, Guti? You need to be obedient. You need to be soft, Men love peace, guys. Men love peace. And I was having a chat with my guys just prior to this, and I was just asserting something, Ogut. We've got a lot of women out here that how can I put it? I love my sisters out here. It's just that in the era that we live in, we've got a lot of women that are very vile, They don't know when to shut up. They don't know when to, We want peace as men. Just shush, shut up, and fall under my program. I know it's harsh. Forgive me, my fellow sisters, but that's what majority of men want. They might put it and say, all I want is peace. But let me break it down. All I want is for you to shut up, fall under my program, follow what I say, be obedient, bear me kids, That's it, guys. I want peace. So, and I do understand that some of the marriages out here are actually broken because there's no peace. And some of the marriages also out here, it's because we've got guys that are very abusive to our fellow sisters out here. And those guys, you guys who are always abusing women and all that, I know it's most probably, it's not that much, but you guys who are doing that, I really don't like it. I don't condone abuse and all that. I don't condone misogyny. I don't, but we are in an era whereby we can't hold people accountable. Even if we are spewing facts and the truth, usually they're taken as misogyny. Because, that word has been going on a lot. Guys, I wanted to actually understand this word of misogyny. It has been going around quite a lot, But I think I got just a gist of it. It's hate against women, right? It's hate somewhere along those lines. It's hate on women. And I don't know how is it hate if I want to build my fellow sister and I'm telling you, this is what is happening. You know what? This is what it is. And I'm telling you the truth. Because, guys, you got to understand, as guys out there, we tell each other the truth every day. Even if we don't tell each other the truth, reality will give you a hot slap in the face and wake you up from the fairy tale that you are in. As a man, you know very well, if you don't have the guap, if you don't have money, means to provide. You won't have access to any kind of woman that you want. If you're out of shape, if women usually say this, if you're a bum, you can't actually get a woman that. So for you as a man, you got to work, and we usually tell men, Echo, this is how you should treat a woman out there. This is how women should be treated. And this is what you should do. You should provide, protect, provision, all that. But it has been worrying me that we don't teach our girl children what they should do for a man. We always teach a man what they should do for a woman. But we never actually emphasize ukuthi njengengane ntombazane mele uziphathe kanje. Awumelanga ukuthi udliwe amadoda amaningi. You need to preserve your value, because as much as y'all would want to disagree, at some degree, your value has got something to do with your private part, like it or not. That's why if you're out to chawa, most of the time they run away. And some of you guys, as ladies, you feel somehow, you'll be like, so guys, I'm saying let's come back and hold each other accountable. Tell women with Lalela says, this is what men want, as much as we tell men this is what women want and this is how women should be treated. We need to come back and say, men are actually looking for a good looking woman, a woman that actually cares about her hygiene, a woman that takes a good care of herself. Because trust me, you guys, I've got a lot of guys here. Gents, I don't know, but good hygiene is a turn on for a man. Oganjan. Good hygiene, it's very much of a turn on for a man. So guys, good hygiene, smelling good and all that, it's good. Being submissive, oh guys, it gives peace to a man. I know majority of times women will be asking, hey, what is submissive and all that? Just fall under his program. That's it. Yegelo ukuthi wena uke watshela no Spanban, utshele no Sfiso, watshela no MacG, watshela no Solphenduka, waphinde watshela no Casper Vest. So now because utshele nabantu laba, then you say you know what a man wants. No. You don't know what a man wants. You know what MacG wants. You know what whoever wants, Solphenduka wants. That's what you want. You don't know what I want. So me saying to you, submit, I'm saying fall under my program so that you get to understand me as a man. What is it that I like? What is it that I want? What is it that I would appreciate? Because majority of times men get to learn. For a man to actually score you and get you, he had to understand you. Sit down and say, what is it that this man likes and doesn't like? So sometimes, guys, even marriages are broken because of those things. Talking about that, there's a marriage that was broken, and guys were talking about it. MacG, Solphenduka, and mashabela. So this is where the conversation came from. I think, mashabela came from a point whereby he said to MacG, okay, you postponed us shooting. I thought maybe you were waiting for Minnie story. That's where it came from. So that we understand it didn't just come about. We should understand where this thing came from. It came from mashabela saying to MacG, Uguti, lalela dog, I thought maybe you cancelled me and the episode because you wanted this heated story, Esaga Minnie and all that. And that's where it came about, and they started asking, no, but Minnie had a doctor and they divorced and all that. Then MacG asked, what could it have been? Could it have been infidelity or what? Then I stand to be corrected, but I believe Ghost Lady then came back and said, nah, the husband did say, no, it wasn't infidelity or anything like that. Then mashabela then came said, I've heard a lot of ladies, with abasu's elected, with the reverse umhlaba, with bums, with the package and all that. Majority of times, there's mashabela, la ekanda gu empty, Then I think immediately after, MacG then came. Guys, wait a minute. Could it be uguti her private part smells? Let's take note of that. Could it be uguti her private part smells? Now, I didn't see any issue in that until the whole nation blew the whole thing out of proportion and all that. Till we got to where we are right about, there's a statement that I want to read out, and so that we can get into today's conversation, what I actually want to talk about. There's a statement from Minnie Dlamini that she actually put out there for MacG. And I want to ask my fact checker there, Uguti, can you just go through his statement, Saga Minnie?
Okay, the statement is written, official statement.
Yeah.
Date 13 May 2025, and it states, over the past few weeks, I have watched in disbelief and deep pain as my name, body, and dignity were dragged through the mud of public discourse, triggered by the vile, humiliating, and inexcusable comments made by Mr. Mukwebo on his podcast.
Yeah.
Let it be stated clearly, I have never made any negative comments or statements about this man. All I did was defend the dignity, integrity of a fellow woman in the industry against vile, objectifying remarks made about her. To think that standing up for another woman justifies years of lies, online harassment, and degrading commentary in my name is both cruel and revealing. This is not about ego. This is about systematic misogyny. While I have chosen not to dignify the specifics with a response, I must emphasize that there is nothing entertaining or provocative about weaponizing a woman's body for clout, commentary, or so-called content. What occurred was not banter. It was a grotesque and deeply harmful violation of my dignity, my humanity, and my constitutional rights as a woman. I have received an apology from Podcast and Chill via their attorneys. An apology offered only after the damage is done and reputations are on the line is not a meaningful act of accountability, especially when it comes from a platform that has made misogyny part of its brand. This was not a lapse in judgment. It was a reflection of values consistently displayed and defended by the show and its hosts. To apologize now only when public pressure threatens their image is to center their own reputational damage rather than the trauma inflicted on others. And so I must say clearly, words without genuine accountability are hollow. I will continue to pursue legal recourse because as a public figure and a mother, I must act not only for myself, but for every woman whose dignity is violated in the name of content and entertainment. To everyone who has offered support, stood beside me, and raised their voice, Ngiyabonga. Your solidarity has been a source of strength and a reminder that this is about more than just me. It's about every woman who has ever been publicly degraded, dignitally humiliated, or silenced through shame. This moment has once again spotlighted the disturbing normalization of misogyny in the entertainment industry and online platforms. We need systematic change. We need accountability, and we must all decide what kind of public discourse we are willing to defend or dismantle. At the end of the day, I'm a mother, a daughter, and a sister. This entire episode has caused harm not only to me, but to those closest to me, innocent people. That said, I will not allow this to pass without consequence because it's not just my name. It's not just about my name, rather, sorry. It's about protecting the dignity of women everywhere. With love and resilience, Minnie Dlamini.
Okay, as I get into this, my fact checker, please just go very quick and check the meaning of misogyny. So that I'm just going to get into something. Just check that meaning of misogyny very quick so that when I get into that, I actually talk about, and also talk about, and also search the female projection of that. When it comes from a female, what is it called? I think it's called misandry or something. I'm not sure. I'll just make sure. Please just check misogyny. Okay, guys. Let's just get into the and understand misogyny. Ukuthi le misogyny le kahle kahle ukukhulunywa ngayo. Because I think earlier on I did say ukuthi misogyny ini, but because now it has been said, I think twice, and it's systematic, meaning it's something that has been programmed and it's there and it's allowed. So I want to understand, let's understand the word misogyny, and if it's systematic and it's there in the system, let's try and understand that. Yeah, give it to me. What is misogyny?
All right. This is the definition from the dictionary. It says hatred of, contempt of, or prejudice against women.
Okay. We heard it. It's clear, right? We heard it. It's clear. Okay, guys. Now, I want to understand the hate. Yeah. It's a lot. Fuck. Now, I'm going to get into it, guys. Okay. I was still on that topic getting into this, Yahore. Remember that MacG made a comment. The very same way that Pastor T made a comment. Oguti, women that are alpha women that call themselves alpha women and all that bullshit. Because I don't agree to that alpha female, whatever movement, whatever independent woman and all that. I don't agree with that. You are just an adult doing things that an adult should be doing. You're providing for yourself, which every adult should be doing. That's just it. So so when women say they're independent, they actually mean they're independent of men. But it's okay. Now let's get into it. I think from MacG's side, right? Don't forget to check the female one. Eh? Yeah. So from MacG's side was just a comment. Let's remember what MacG said, guys. MacG says, could it be? Note this, guys. Sifundile sonke sesikolweni angithi. Angikhulumi nabantu abangaunderstand isilungu ne. Okay, ake ngibe ngesizulu. Kungayenzeka mhlambe ukuthi njengoba amadoda ambalekela kanje, mhlambe ukuthi ingquzi yanuka. Let me put it ngeSotho. Ho ka etsahala hore mohlomong ha banna ba mmalela tje, e ka nna ba mohlomong ko bane kuku ya hae e yang. I want us to understand. Now, did MacG say Minnie's Nansika yanuka? No, he didn't say that. He said, could it be? Remember, he first started by saying, could it have been infidelity? Then Ghost Lady said no. Then he went to that one. Now, and I do understand now, going to Minnie's statement. Okay, cool. She's fighting Horoska Bua Hampe and all that. I'm trying to understand, guys, misogyny and all these things. When men are sharing their views and how they feel about certain things, is it where misogyny comes in? Because to be honest, guys, we always hear things like women always say, "Ipipi like elingane." You can agree with me. If you don't want to agree, it's still okay. But you guys, to hurt a man's ego, you always say, "Ipipi like elingane." Women can actually tell a man, "Guti, you are too fat. You are not my type." Women can tell men, "Guti, you are too short." And usually, guys, don't you get this always? You are too short for me. You are too short for me. Now, if I get to return the same words and I say to a woman, "You are too fat for me. I can't do you." It's called body shaming. It's called discrimination. Guys, at school I learned words like thin and fat. When I come to you and I tell you you are fat, I'm actually telling you, Guti Joe, you are oversized, you are out of shape, you are not healthy. You've got to do something about your weight. Then you get offended. You know, it's funny because as men, we tell each other the truth every day. You know, the truth never offends us, you know. And when it comes to the truth, we never pick and choose and say, nah, the choice of words that you used. We accept what you say and we move with it. That's what I'm saying. Women always say, "Ipipila kolingani, umfisha." You know, at least you, if I tell you that you are fat, you can actually go to gym and work on it. If I'm short, what can I do? I can't do anything about it. I actually just accept it. Now, what usually men do, they go out, work on themselves. It's either a man will substitute that, go to gym, get a good body so that he can be able to attract women, work on his accolades, try to get money, work on himself, you know, actually build himself so that he can be able to attract women. We tell women that the only thing that you have is to work on your beauty. Hey, man that loves me will come to me like this. No fucking way. You are fat, you are out of shape, you are looking ugly. You should work on that. The very same way men are held accountable, we should do the same thing. Right about now, we're not holding Minnie accountable. She said a whole lot of things about a married man, khune. Holy shit. Guys, do you know that khune wanted to pay R1 million for Minnie? R1 million for Minnie. Holy shit. Then you get to think about it right about now. After paying R1 million, you only pay R1 million for a headache. A headache. A headache. Okay, guys. Maybe let me get into this also and make this assertion. Could it be, Uguti, maybe body count is the one that is affecting her marriages? Because studies have shown, Uguti, once you sleep with more than 10 partners, 5 to 10 partners, you know, it would be very hard for you to stay in a marriage. Because now you know you've got options, you know. You've got things that you want to taste and all that. That's why you are able to say. And this is where this thing initially comes from. Une people ngan, unepipi elincane ulaze kanjani because without you actually tasting amapipi amanye, you wouldn't have known ukuthi unepipi elincane. You understand? Minnie asserted quite a lot of things on national TV about a married man. I know she did not talk about Khune's private parts, but she spoke about Khune's source of income, which is Khune playing soccer. She said, oh, so Khune is still playing. Okay, Khune's wife knows very well Uguti Umini is the ex. How do you guys then think Uguti Khune's wife felt? How do you guys think Uguti izingane zaka Khune? What space were they in? But there comes a woman, fucking selfish, comes and says, nah, you know what? This thing has affected my family. It has affected my brand. It has affected my kids. So it's only effective when it comes to you. It only makes sense when it comes to you. But when it's somebody else, it doesn't make sense. That's what I'm saying, guys. It's high time that we get to hold women accountable. It's high time that we come back and hold them accountable. Right about now, we've got we've got a situation of a boy, when I fact checker, of a boy in Mpumalanga. There's a girl at school. The girl blamed the boy, boy raped, accused the boy of rape. You know what happened? The boy killed himself. After the boy killing himself, you know what the lady said? No, I was just joking. What were the repercussions? Nothing happened. But right about now, if a girl can just assert, even if it's false accusations, the guy will be arrested, and that stigma will move with that guy forever. Guys, we've got a lot of guys in the industry that these things have been happening to them. You understand? I know. That's why I'm saying we got to hold each other accountable. Right about now, we live sisonke ebumnandini, siendlini. Masfika endlini siyalalana stagiwe sonke. In the morning, a girl is the one that says she was raped, but I was also under the influence. What if I wake up and go and say, nah, I was raped? What's that? That's why some other things, I know it's very sensitive, guys. Some things we got to look into because we are killing a lot of boys out here because we show them only a girl child matters. This is why even in our lives we always say, this is how a girl should be treated. She should be treated like a princess. All these things. That's why even our American movies, they show women, Uguti, this is how you should love a woman. And they actually show Uguti simping is the way to love women. Telling the woman the truth is not the way. No, guys, come on. Let's tell this woman the truth. She's busy going all around saying, hey, I'm going to sue Khune. For what sake? Joe, cool. You are a beautiful woman. We can't take that away from you. You've got a nice ass. We can't take that away from you. You know, boobs and all that. Can't take that away from you. You know? But could it be character? Like MacG said, could it be your pussy smelling? It's not me, it's MacG. Could it be? Could it be that your accolades and everything that you've worked for, they are running in your head and you can't even obey a man and be submissive to a man? What could it be? So whatever that was happening, it was, couldn't it? So we are in this predicament right about now because of could it be? I'm saying to you guys, no woman ever stands up when women are saying, that's why no woman ever stands up. You guys are shaming guys. Hey, you're not my type. But when I come and say a single mother with 3 different kids from 3 different men with a fruit salad is not my type, then you guys are going to come for me and say, you are also from a single mother. What the fuck? So because I'm from a single mother, should I then come and succumb to say, I also want a single mother? No way. I've worked for myself, guys. I've worked for my legacy. I can't do that. For me, I'm not going to do that personally. I'm not going to do that. Kona manje uminenhle just left her marriage because of how she feels. They've been saying, no, it was mutual. There is no shit like mutual. Nothing like that. One thing I'll tell you the truth is that let's check in record yake Minnie Dlamini. She has been dating quite a lot of guys and all of them, they've never worked. So could we say all these guys are the problem? Or why don't we sit down and say, Joe, why don't you examine yourself and search if you are the problem or not? Guys, I don't want to say a lot because ngiyogcina sengiphumile endleleni bayogcina bathi hey umfundisi ukhuluma into ezingamfuni. But guys, I'm just saying it's high time that we get to hold women accountable. There is no man with all honesty out here who wants to get married to an oversized woman out of shape like a Jojo tank that which he can just roll on the floor. No shit like that. Men want women in good shape because guys, listen, if you're not in a good shape, pregnancy will be at risk. I'm in my 40s, cool, I marry you, you are in your 30s. I marry you in your 30s. By the way, 70% of your eggs gone. So it's a gamble for me. Cool, I marry you, you give me one child and I tell you, Uguti, Lalela, you are now 40 and I tell you, I want a second child, but I want 4 more kids. Then you tell me, I can't give you that. Then I tell you, okay, cool, because you can't give me that, can I go out and get more kids? And tell, no, you can't do that. Hey, Joe, there's a guy that you gave kids to that never paid shit for you. But you come to me. Guys, I said, let me not even go further, right? Let me just shut it down here. But all I can say is that I've realized, Uguti, in the times that we live in, even from the genesis of everything, guys, for men have always said, middle finger to my feelings. Fuck my feelings. All that matters is my legacy, my family, and making sure that I provide, protect. It doesn't matter how I feel. Even if I don't feel good today, I'll still do it. But for women, they're always advising each other out here. Girl, if you're not feeling well, if you feel that this thing is not working for you, leave it. Hello? You guys are actually promoting for women to leave their marriages only for them to become side chicks. There's a situation that happened right about now. Black Coffee and Mbali. Mbali left Black Coffee because Black Coffee had a chick outside. Then she went to become a fucking side chick. Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's ridiculous on every level. Why don't you just stay with that man? 6 things. Because we know very well, men are sexual beings. By the way, I said men don't cheat, but men exercise their options. Because without an option, a man can never have all those women. So he needs to have options for him to be able to exercise them. What makes him to have options? He needs to build himself, build his accolades, build all. So I'm talking to men, build yourself, work on yourself. Make sure that you're a man that you want to be. That's it, guys. It is what it is before it was what it was. It's just really Pastor Tipa to Pastor Lumuti. And there's facts over feelings. I said, we don't care about how you feel. I say middle finger to your feelings. All we want, it's facts. Danko! Nazog, Bafet. Nazog. Till we meet again.